Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Steven Spielberg is one of the most iconic filmmakers in history, responsible for movies that have shaped generations, like Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, and Schindler's List. But what movies shaped him? What films inspired his storytelling and his emotional depth? Today, we'll explore 10 must-see movies that Steven Spielberg admires. Let's go! Number 10. Seven Samurai Akira. Kurosawa's Seven Samurai is a masterpiece of Japanese cinema, often seen as one of the most influential films of all time. The story centers on a group of samurai who band together to protect a small farming village from bandits. Kurosawa's ability to tell stories visually is nothing short of genius. From sweeping battle scenes to intimate character moments, his use of movement and composition has inspired countless filmmakers, including Spielberg. The influence of Seven Samurai on Spielberg's work is clear, especially in films like Saving Private Ryan. The teamwork, camaraderie, and moral dilemmas faced by the characters in both films echo Kurosawa's storytelling style. Spielberg also admires how Kurosawa balances the epic scale of the story with deeply human themes, making it both grand and personal. Number 9. Guardians of the Galaxy.
The time has come, your paltry gods!
Spielberg is known for his love of classic cinema. He also has a deep appreciation for modern movies. One of his favorites is James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy. This Marvel hit follows Peter Quill and his quirky crew as they navigate space, fight villains, and discover the power of friendship. What makes this movie stand out for Spielberg is its unique tone. It's funny, heartfelt, and, most importantly, free of cynicism. Spielberg has praised the way Gunn brought fresh energy to the superhero genre, making it feel less formulaic and more character-driven. The humor and emotional depth reminded Spielberg of the kind of storytelling he strives for in his own work. Another aspect that impressed Spielberg was the film's soundtrack. The mix of classic hits added a nostalgic yet innovative touch. Number 8. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
The 9000 series and incapable of error.
What's the problem?
Stanley Kubrick's A Space Odyssey is often described as more than a movie. It's a cinematic experience. This sci-fi epic delves into themes of evolution, artificial intelligence, and humanity's place in the universe. Spielberg has called 2001 a religious experience. He was deeply moved by the film's ambition and its ability to challenge audiences intellectually and emotionally. Spielberg often cites Kubrick as one of his greatest inspirations, and the two directors even collaborated when Spielberg completed AI artificial intelligence after Kubrick's death. What Spielberg admires most about 2001 is Kubrick's willingness to take risks. The film breaks traditional storytelling conventions, focusing more on atmosphere and ideas than plot. Number 7. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is a psychological thriller that changed the horror genre forever.
Have a quiet little motel.
You know, this is the first place that looks like it's hiding from the world.
Is anything wrong?
She's not missing so much as she's run away.
She just goes.
The story follows Marion Crane, who steals money and seeks refuge at the Bates Motel, only to encounter the unsettling Norman Bates. Spielberg has called this his favorite horror movie of all time. He admires Hitchcock's ability to create suspense through masterful editing and storytelling. Interestingly, Spielberg tried multiple times to meet Hitchcock but was rebuffed. Hitchcock reportedly referred to Spielberg as the boy who made the fish movie, referring to Jaws. Despite this, Spielberg holds Psycho in the highest regard, and you can see Hitchcock's influence in Spielberg's own use of suspense, especially in movies like Jaws and Jurassic Park. Number 6. The Godfather.
My father's no different than any other powerful man.
Which will be right back up on top again.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
I thought you weren't going to become a man like your father.
But don't ever take sides with anyone.
Leave the gun.
The Godfather is often considered one of the greatest films of all time. It tells the story of the Corleone family, exploring themes of power, loyalty, and the American dream. Spielberg has spoken about how this film almost made him quit directing. He felt that Coppola had achieved a level of storytelling so perfect that it was intimidating. The complexity of the characters, the elegance of the cinematography, and the richness of the narrative set a new standard for filmmaking. While Spielberg didn't quit, he has always viewed The Godfather as a benchmark. It's a film that pushes all directors to be better, and its influence can be felt in Spielberg's own work, especially in his character-driven drama like Schindler's List. Number 5. Disney's Fantasia is a unique blend of classical music and animation. Each segment tells a different story, from Mickey Mouse's misadventures as the sorcerer's apprentice to abstract visual interpretations of classical pieces. Spielberg has often cited Fantasia as a major influence on his work. He admires how it uses music and visuals to evoke emotion and tell stories in unconventional ways. The film's imaginative sequences inspired Spielberg's own approach to visual storytelling, particularly in E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Number 4. Citizen Kane.
He's got something on his mind called Rosebud.
It's going to be done exactly the way I told Mr. Thatcher.
Thatcher never did figure him out. He is today what he has always been.
Now in complete control!
Citizen Kane is a groundbreaking film that redefined what movies could be. The story unravels the mystery of Charles Foster Kane, a wealthy newspaper tycoon, through innovative storytelling and cinematography. Spielberg has called this film an icon of courage in filmmaking. Wells broke countless rules, using techniques like deep focus and nonlinear narratives to tell a story that was both ambitious and deeply personal. For Spielberg, Citizen Kane is a reminder of the risks and rewards of filmmaking. It's a film that continues to inspire generations of directors, proving that bold ideas can leave a lasting legacy. Number 3. The 400 Blows.
Oh mon Dieu, Antoine, il m'a sûrement vu.
Tes parents disent que tu mens tout le temps.
Sans cri et sans grandiloquence.
Moi, pour ce coup-là, je peux plus vivre avec mes parents.
François Truffaut's The 400 Blows is a poignant coming-of-age story about Antoine, a boy struggling to find his place in a world that misunderstands him. Spielberg was so moved by this film that he reached out to Truffaut, who later acted in Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This collaboration between two filmmaking legends highlights the mutual respect they shared. Spielberg admires how The 400 Blows captures the raw emotions of childhood, from rebellion to longing for freedom. Its deeply personal nature inspired Spielberg's own approach to storytelling, especially in films like E.T. and The Fabelmans. Number 2. It's a Wonderful Life is a heartwarming tale of George Bailey, a man who learns the value of his life through the help of a guardian angel.
I said I wish I'd never been born.
You've never been born. You have no identity.
Oh, what do you mean, no identity? My name's George Bailey.
There is no George Bailey.
Get me back! I don't care what happens to me! Happy New Year to you!
Spielberg has often cited this film as one of his favorites, connecting deeply with its themes of hope, community, and redemption. He's spoken about how the film's message resonates with him personally, especially the idea that every person's life has meaning. The influence of It's a Wonderful Life can be seen in Spielberg's work, where themes of humanity and connection often take center stage. It's a film that reminds him and us of the power of kindness and resilience. Number 1. The Greatest Show on Earth.
Best publicity gag in a long time.
Brad's hurt. He's bleeding. I can't stop.
A wonderful sound, Ernie. Yeah. Had to travel over 60,000 miles. We actually became part of the show itself. Look at that blonde ball of condensed energy. Think he has only sawdust in his veins.
This circus epic was the first movie Spielberg ever saw in a theater, and it left a lasting impression. The Technicolor spectacle, especially the dramatic train crash scene, sparked Spielberg's imagination. As a child, he recreated that scene with his Super 8 camera, marking the beginning of his love for filmmaking. While Spielberg doesn't consider it a masterpiece, he acknowledges its importance in his journey as a director. It's a reminder that sometimes the movies we see as children can shape our entire lives. And there you have it, 10 movies that inspired Steven Spielberg. Each of these films offers something unique, from groundbreaking visuals to unforgettable storytelling. They're not just must-see movies, they're a glimpse into the mind of one of cinema's greatest storytellers. If you haven't seen these films yet, now's the perfect time to check them out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the world of movies.